Hello.
Aloha.
Can everybody see us? Maybe.
I think so.
Oh, all right. Let's see. And why am I not seeing the chat? Hold on.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's tons of people in here. Hello,
Yeah.
everybody.
Silky was here first. The Hermit Mage. I don't know who that is. Kristen Louise. Kristen Louise and I are gonna be snarky and do something about the Empress card. So,
Okay, you do
that should
that.
be fun. Deanne's here, and yes, I understand. I've almost been on YouTube all day too. Uh, v Kestrel, yes, it's like we've been doing that. Quick live. Go from one to the other to the other. So,
Mhm.
and Paper Moon Tarot. Have you ever watched any of Paper Moon Tarot's videos, Jonathan?
I think,
I'm putting you on the spot. I realize it. Let me rephrase that.
you
I
know, I
enjoy
don't think I have.
Okay. I enjoy her videos. They're quite interesting. And I may actually do a VR to your Tarot for Dinner one. So,
Tarot for dinner. I love that.
yeah. Oh, it's a good tag. Sadhana did one. So, um, all right. Zane's here. Hello, Zane.
Aloha, Zane. I'm kind of
And
half paying attention because I'm weaving
yeah,
as we speak.
Jackie is here.
Aloha, Jackie.
And Silky now sees us and hears us.
Yay.
Yes, I appreciate that. I'm getting through, moving things. Everybody's saying hi. Neem is here. Hello.
Aloha, sister.
Neem is just listening in, so that's great. But Neem's eventually going to have to look because she's going to want to see the Ancestor necklace that I commissioned for you. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right. So, Jonathan, right now, you want to tell everybody what you're doing?
Oh, well, it's actually a good time for us. I am currently working on my next wearable. God, here we go. Crystal grid. So this one was commissioned specifically to activate third eye and crown chakra. So the skull in the center is purple aventurine, and then I've got a plethora of. See, I got dogtooth amethyst, regular amethyst, lapis lazuli, moonstone, rose quartz, smoky quartz, a little hematite to keep them grounded, and some blue tiger's eye, or what's called hawk's eye.
Okay. Yeah. So that's a commission.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So speaking of commissions, Jonathan's information is below your YouTube and your Instagram.
Yes.
So, everybody,
And it's a new Instagram, so please, if you can, go like it.
yeah. Silky,
Follow.
yes, I have a blue lace agate on because I have been doing YouTube, and blue lace agate helps me speak my truth. So,
I love blue eye saget.
yeah. Okay. So this is the package that I got coming from Hawaii. And when did you ship that on Saturday?
No, it was
Was
on.
it Tuesday?
Yeah, it was Tuesday.
It was Tuesday. I received it on Friday. So
That's crazy.
yeah. So all right. So I am
That got you so fast. Like,
yeah.
I can't even believe it.
And I would actually have an overhead thing, but I haven't been able to figure it out how to do it yet. So but and I literally have not seen this, people. So um, all
First
right.
impressions.
Yeah, so we've got a nice little bag. Can I show the
Of
other
course,
thing?
I overwrapped it. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I got some. Is it Kauai coffee? Kauai.
That's Kauai coffee, some of my favorite coffee. Oh,
Oh,
so good.
can you guys smell that? It's like awesome. Uh, and we are a whole bean family here, and we grind our coffee, and then we do
Perfect.
press.
That's the only way to do it.
Yeah.
It really is. And that's why. Yeah, I wrapped it quite well, didn't I? It might take this whole live for you to unwrap that thing.
Look at that, people. This is awesome. Oh my gosh. You know, here you go. Maybe,
Yeah.
I can do that awful thing. What's in the box? What's in the box?
Oh, geez.
Movie reference. Well, it's actually not that bad. It's sort of improved.
Oh,
All right. So
sorry about that. Not sure who's calling me at this point.
I love it. Cut open very gently.
I just don't want you cutting it apart. That's all. Not that. I mean, these are good wires. You need wire cutters, really, but better safe than sorry.
This is, how many do when you open like packages? Are you would it be like do you like rip, or are you really gentle when you open a package?
I'm usually pretty gentle,
Okay.
but it's my Virgo nature. So.
Oh yeah, my fiance's a Virgo, but I'm actually a person who I like things in boxes. I'm not one of those put it to me in a oh gosh, it's driving me crazy. I can't get through it. Jonathan.
Hey, I wanted to make sure it got to you in one piece.
Holy mackerel! Naomi's here.
Aloha, Naomi. Oof, okay.
All right, people. All right.
You can do it.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So, if you were to purchase from Jonathan Dailey, please know it will be secure. Oh my gosh, my hands are tingling already. All right.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Okay, so.
I like to make things very secure.
Very, very secure.
Well, it's my hard work. I don't want it smushed in the mail.
All right, everybody, take a look at this.
So that is dinosaur egg agate skull. And dog tooth amethyst right above that, right? And then a cluster of all kinds of stuff. I wrote it out for Gerald, but I'm forgetting at the top of my head right now.
Did you?
I know Friend Night was on. Yeah.
Okay. I haven't gotten it yet.
You didn't?
No.
I'll have to double check because I know.
Okay, so.
Yeah, Friend Night is in there. There's citrine. Of course, there's the quartz points, really, to help activate the whole thing, right?
Wow.
And then gold sheen, obsidian, the little ball. Yeah. If you hold in the light, you'll see that gold kind of. Yeah, there you go. And then amethyst, lots of amethyst, of course, and smoky quartz, rose quartz, citrine, the phrenite, and I think that's it.
Wow.
And then I set it in the moonlight, the sunlight, and then I let it sit on a rock lamp for about 3 days.
Salt rock.
Salt rock. So I call it my moon bath, sun bath, and earth bath to activate the crystals and the grid itself.
Okay, so there's a couple of questions, and let's see if I can go back up. I love that. Why do tarot people think we all need to learn how to use scissors? I agree with you, but if I opened it, I would not have. So, and
here I am. This is the step I'm at right now for this guy. So I always need to keep pushing them in, right? Just to make sure that there's not too many gaps and stuff. I mean, that's why I use the black wire. So if there's a little bit of a gap, it's not going to shine through, so to speak. So here, what wants to go here? Okay.
So
So
Kristen Louise Tarot wants to know, what do each of the stones do?
for the necklace that Gerald has,
Yeah.
well, specifically, they are for working with the spirit realm, working with your guides, and he wanted it to be to connect to the ancestors. So I
Yes.
did research on stones that are used specifically for working with ancestors, and that's what I used for the necklace itself.
Yeah. So these are all things that would help connect to ancestors in the other realm.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow.
And each one has a like slightly different use, but I mean, there's the amethyst is really good at connecting to the spiritual realm. So is the that dragon dinosaur egg agate skull is specifically there to connect with the ancestral realms.
Yeah.
And, oh, that reminds me. Now that you have it, I need to send you
Yeah.
the link.
So V Kestrel, Nancy wants to know, what do you wear it with? Well, I'm going to wear it. I'm going to wear it specifically when I'm doing, because this is ancestors, and I asked specifically for something that would help me work with the ancestors of others when I do readings for them and my own ancestors.
Mhm.
So I'm not allowed to put it on yet. So because I have to watch the video that you're going to send me on the
Mhm.
ancestor tree.
So it's a guided visualization to bring you up to the Akashic records or Akashic realm, really, and go visit the ancestor tree
Yeah.
and go and commune with the ancestors.
Yeah.
So
Do you remember anything specific about the
a
dragon egg?
dino- it's the dinosaur egg agate. So it's not actually dinosaur egg. They just call it that because it looks like it could be. It's a agate that is rather old. So it's when I sat down with my skulls and asked which one wanted to work with the ancestors, this guy was like, me, I'm perfect for it. So I grabbed him. Just like this one that I'm creating as we speak, the request was the buyer is about to enter his crown chakra year, so he wanted something specifically to work with his crown chakra.
Oh.
So that's why all these crystals are very much like, let's blow it open.
Yeah. And yes,
But
yeah.
we got the hematite to keep them grounded at the same time.
Yeah.
So
And this is lapis.
yeah,
Right?
lapis lazuli, there's a lot of that in there because lapis lazuli is one of the most powerful spiritual tools that I've found personally.
Yeah. And oh, the thing just okay. So will it cut or cause discomfort, or all the stones smooth? All the stones are pretty smooth with the exception of the points, but they're not,
They're gonna lay
smooth on
flat
the
when you put
side.
them
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Naomi is like, and that is so beautiful, Jonathan.
Oh,
Kristen
thank you,
Louise
Naomi.
is, it's gorgeous. And that's what you refer to as a statement piece. Walk in the room and all eyes on you. You got it. You got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kristen Louise said she said, yes, I heard amethyst is good to increase psychic power.
So is lapis lazuli.
Yep. So I get both. And then you surround it by clear quartz, which just amplifies it, right?
Right.
And I love how the points are there, sort of radiates out.
So when you put it on, it's pointing towards the four directions, right? Bringing in the
Yeah.
four directions.
Oh, look at that. So, goodness, it just chat. Neem loves the amethyst right at the head of the skull. Is that amethyst? That's amethyst, right?
Yeah, that's a dogtooth amethyst.
Okay.
Also known as dream chevron amethyst.
Yeah. Yes, it is my vibe. Pepper Moon Tarot is like a beautiful work, Jonathan.
Thank you. I'm sorry for being so distracted, but it's like I kind of, when I'm doing it, I definitely trance. Like I don't even
Yeah.
try. I just kind of whoosh.
Yeah. And V. Kestrel has never heard of dragon dinosaur agate.
It's dinosaur egg agate. It's
Fab. So
I love agates. They're so pretty. And my most recent skull actually was an agate. So if anyone's interested in this beautiful agate with, I'm not sure what the red is. I'll have to look into that.
mm-hmm.
Could be carnelian almost.
Wow, that's beautiful. So Kristen Louise, I don't have specific ancestors that that I want to connect to. I do a lot of readings for people, and I end up connecting to their ancestors. One might say it's a variation of Akashic record connection,
Mm-hmm.
and so it works out pretty nicely. We connect, and I just wanted something that would help with that connection. So
Right. I consider these wearable crystal grids to be tools.
mm-hmm.
So that's why I say I want to work with people to make them, because I want to know exactly what it is you're trying to accomplish. And
Right.
knowing what you want to accomplish allows me to like really hone in on what crystals would activate that thing or, you know, help facilitate.
Yeah, yeah. Jamie's here. Hello, Jamie.
Aloha, Jamie.
And Deanne has a lapis
Jamie
ring.
has a bracelet grid I made for her when she was going off to surgery.
Oh, that's nice.
Well,
And okay. And V. Kestrel says it's nice to see you actually working on a piece, Jonathan.
oh, thank you. I figured it'd be kind of cool for people to see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you just see me focused, and then every so often I can lift it up and show where I am.
Yeah. And looks like Naomi loves the agate skull that you were showing. And
Reach out to me. I'd
yeah.
love to work with you.
And it was really nice because, and I have to say, you know, I put out there that I want something to help me work with ancestors, others, and mine, and to have that connection.
Mm-hmm.
And you were asking me if there's certain crystals or crystals not to use, right? So,
Right. Well, some people have like a chemical response to some crystals, and I know they can't like wear specific crystals. And
mm-hmm.
you specifically said, hematite, which is, I
Yeah,
do have the hematite, but I knew not to put it in for you.
yeah,
Whereas this guy, like, he actually requested hematite.
yeah.
So,
Hematite is a grounding stone, right?
mm-hmm.
And for me, hematite, I've had hematite rings, I've had hematite stones, and what happens for me is I break the stones, or I crack,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I break the rings, and I crack the stones, and I don't know why that is.
No, I get it. Even with me, hematite, my mom, when I was a teenager, kept buying me these hematite rings. I'd always put them on my middle finger. Every single one of them, I think I went through 5 of them. Every single one of them broke exactly in half. Like it was like pushed away from my finger and then snapped
Yeah.
in half finally. So
I wonder why that is. That's a curious thing. So,
I don't know. Too much energy? I don't know.
I don't know. And I've never thought of myself as having too much energy.
Neither have I. But maybe what it is we're already so grounded that it just like it can't go anymore. And it's like I can't handle, like, you're too grounded even for me.
Yeah. So Deanne is excited for hers. Is she getting one?
Mhm. She's on my list. She's the one that actually requested the rose quartz skull.
Ooh, rose quartz. Okay.
So
And
and she's next on my list after this guy.
yeah, Kristen says she has a strong pull to her ancestors because I know the name of so many. have spent about a decade researching my tree.
That's awesome, because not a
Yeah.
lot of people have that knowledge. So
Yeah. And I think sometimes, well, I believe that our ancestors just want to be remembered. That's what they
right.
want. So after they die, some sort of a memory. That's why what November 1st and 2nd, all Day of the Dead,
Day of the Dead, All Saints Day, the others weren't
All
those.
Saints Day.
Yeah.
Those are so important. I mean, and I actually have an ancestor box that I have so that when my relatives, if a relative were to pass away, I put some sort of a memento
Hmm.
in that box, and each time at that time of the year, I will pull that box out and honor that.
Behind Buddha here, there's my grandmother's menorah. So.
Oh wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah. So well, Deanne it's been asked for Deanne to planning on showing us hers. That's the question. So it's like, and it looks like she's like going absolutely.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's
just
gonna be
in the planning
fun.
stages. So
Yeah, it's just in the planning stages. And I actually have a friend here on Maui that has like an extensive beading collection. I'm supposed to be going over, I was supposed to go to her place today actually to pick through and get some stuff for my own collection to keep making these.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, my car died. So
Oh no. Oh no.
yeah, I have a Prius and the hybrid battery pack. This is the third time in 6 years. Yeah. So for apparently Priuses are great, but it's an '07, so it's an early model. And
Oh,
apparently once that hybrid battery pack goes the first time, you're going to be replacing them every 2 to 5 years. So the last time was about 3 years ago. So so now I'm like, do I fork out the 3,000 to fix it? Then I'm going to have to do again 2 to 5 years, or do I just try and trade it in?
you
Yeah, I know Jamie wants me to trade it in.
It looks like V. Kestrel likes the idea of a bracelet. Do you do bracelets as well, Jonathan?
I do. These bracelets I'm wearing currently are not ones I've made. They're just stretch bracelets that I ordered. Well, this one right here was actually a birthday gift from a friend, and I've been wearing it for a year and a half now. Yeah, year and a half now. But I do, and I use the same toggle clasps. The main clasp I use are, let's see.
This?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you. So, and those are pretty much the only ones I use because they're so easy. You can do it one-handed if you need to for like a bracelet, and they like once they're on, they're not going to come off. So it's like
Yeah.
unless you want them off.
Yeah.
They really are my favorite clasps of all time.
Angela is here. Hey, Ange.
Hi, Ange.
Kristen Louise said she would need a tiny skull. And I'm like, why would you ever do something tiny? It's jewelry. It needs to be big, chunky, a statement.
It needs to be a statement, right? But I don't. Almost all of the skulls I've come across are all about this size.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Kristen Louise is now.
what you could do is have a shorter necklace, like this one is a little bit shorter. It's more of a choker, so that'd be a little easier because the longer it is, the more stones I have to use. So that could get heavy, I think.
Kristen Louise is going to get a big head because she's a mod. So she's that. So and Naomi said she thinks hematite is a quite soft stone. Is that true?
Yeah, it is. I know it breaks easily, but it was the fact that like same spot every time was what made me think that it wasn't just me banging it and it cracking. It was like because it's same spot every single time.
And Silky asked, Silky said it's because you're psychic or your body is rejecting the crystal. You don't need it. It very
Right.
well could be. It very well could be. So, because I got it because I had friends who, when we were starting to get into all things metaphysical, that they were loving it because it was grounding them. And for me,
Right.
it didn't help. I was like, yeah, it's a nice stone, but anyhow, I don't.
Right. No, I get it. I'm right there with you. Okay.
Gosh.
So I am almost ready to show you guys the middle part here. Just a few more on this side, and then it should be showable.
It says she has one like Jonathan Dailey, but it's volcanic rock and coral. It must be a bracelet.
I actually work with that as well. I just recently ordered it's a coral fossil skull pendant. And then the reason I love the lava stone is because it's perfect for essential oils. It's like an essential oil diffuser. You can put your essential oils right on the lava stone. The lava stone is porous, so it sucks up the essential oils, and then your necklace or bracelet smells of the essential oil for the whole day.
Yeah. I'm really particular about smells, so
right.
It has to be a small amount and pure, don't give me manufactured crap.
Well, and that's why I like the lava stone, because then it's like you get to be scented but with an essential oil which is natural versus like the perfume which is full of chemical smells.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Wow. Yeah. So.
And these, I don't know, and like I said, I kind of trance out when I'm doing it. But these, they're very meditative, very soothing, very nurturing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of funny too, because it's like I'm getting into this, and the word of the year I chose for 2021 was create.
Oh,
so
look at that.
Here I am creating.
Where's my little, my thing that, oh yeah, here you go, Jonathan. Word of the year 2020.
Word of the year 21, create. That is exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah. Jezebel said,
here it is so far.
Let me hang on. Let me make you big. Oh, wait a minute. How do I make you big, Jonathan?
I think you have to do solo
layout. There you go.
There you go. So yeah, here we go. First section is done. I'm going to continue up, and then eventually put the clasps up at the top here. So work in progress, but it's about as long as yours, maybe a little longer.
That's incredible.
I love all the purples in there.
So when you are finished with this, will you am I the only one who asks for certain things about, hey, don't tell anybody about this until after it's blessed under the moon and the sun and all that stuff?
You're the first one to ask, but there's been other ones I did it that way just because that's how it organically flowed. But you're the first one to specifically ask to keep it under wraps until it was done.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and I think you understood that, right? I think intuitively you were like, yes, that needs to be done. And I think and this is one of the things that I really appreciate. And many of us in who appreciate artists like yourself, you're creating something, you're putting your energy into it, to which then will come to me, and I will use my energy to it. So it's like you're helping me to create a portal. You're creating a portal for me to do additional work. So
right. I think of it as creating a magical tool for the wizard who requested it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
and
or the mage.
Or the mage, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometime I should probably do an explanation of why I am the hermit mage on my channel. So
Well, and that's so funny because, I went with my name because I realized there's no reason not to for me.
mhm.
Um, but when everyone's like, well, what are you going to call your channel? What are you going to call your channel? That was the one that popped to my brain was the Hermit Mage. So it's funny that you ended up getting it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. I love that.
That's great. So several people are Deanne is like going, I had to resist just requesting my favorite colors.
Right.
Which are those? Well, he could probably make something similar to it for you. I mean, you're worth it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. So, but um
That's very good point, Jezebel. I was just reading it right when you highlighted it.
this one? No, which
No, that last one you just did. Yeah. Don't let everyone put their stuff on it before it's done and blessed. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, and
Mhm.
trust me, I will be doing some stuff with this because I have a deck that I use for when I do ancestor readings,
Mhm.
and it'll be what it needs to be. And actually, this is interesting. This is just coming to me right now. Is there may be another tarot deck, and tarot for me when I do ancestor readings is just a tool to help me open.
Right.
And there may be a tarot deck that this is attuned to that that'll augment it. It's like it'll be the booster.
Right. You don't
So
happen to have the ancestral path, do you?
I don't. Do you want to see which one I use for ancestor readings?
Sure.
Um, I use the Santa Muerte,
Okay.
and there's also a Santa Muerte Oracle that I've picked up that I haven't done anything with. So, but those two may need to work with. So
There was a deck that I wish I had ordered it when it was still available. It's called the Relative Tarot, I believe, and it's a double deck because it's a tarot deck and an oracle in one box.
oh
So, but it's no longer available, which really sucks because I was like saving up for it and then it was gone.
wow. Deanne is like going, haha, I am worth it, but I'm going to with a calm piece, helping anxiety, etc.
Mhm.
Well, I get that, but yeah,
Well, and I I keep making necklaces and realizing that oops, I didn't have someone else in mind, so I guess it's mine now.
yeah. Well,
So,
and that brings us. Let me ask you this, and this is an unplanned thing, and poor Jonathan's suffering because of it, and he can totally say, "Pass. I don't want to answer that." But I am a believer that with tools, magical tools, I can either create
Mhm.
them or um, I create them or I come or they are shown to me and I happen to want.
Right,
And I said this in the VR to Jamie's favorite things. I don't barter for prices on my tools for magical purposes. If
right.
somebody says, if I need something and it's a, you know, I need to pay the asking price. I'm not going to haggle with it because I don't want to. Um,
Interfere with the energy.
I don't want to interfere with the energy. And like I said, with my world tree that was copper, I
Hmm.
actually paid more money than was the asking price because I thought the person was. I valued it more than she did or I valued it differently than
Right.
she did, and I was like, "Going here's money." So, and
Well, and as a creator, I gotta say I appreciate that because it's hard to like make something and then be like, "Can you pay me for my work that I'm like unsure if you even like it?"
yeah,
So, I mean, there's definitely like putting yourself out there to ask for money. So,
right, right.
This is actually the first one I made here.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me put you solo. Wow.
This is white howlite, blue lace agate, speaking of. There's rose quartz and amethyst and pearl.
Is that one sold?
No.
It may be sold after you and I get off, because the blue lace, the blue lace agate is good, but then the howlite is ancestral work, isn't it?
Yeah. So is pearl.
Oh, it has pearl. Oh, shoot. Damn
Pearls.
it.
Freshwater pearls here.
Okay, people in the, do I need 2 of these? Do I need that one? You're evil, Jonathan. You're evil. This is why you did that. Now, okay, so
what? I'm not evil. I'm just showing things.
Yeah. So here's a question then: is do you believe tools pick you?
Oh, for sure.
And yeah.
There was a chunk of the very first piece of moldavite that I got, like a pendant kind of moldavite. Like, I picked it up to look at it, and then I found myself wandering the store, just like clutching it in my hand. And I couldn't put it down. I just couldn't put it down. I'm like, okay, fine, you're coming with me. Obviously, I can't put you down, so you want to come with me? Here we go. Let's go. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm buying you. But yeah.
Yeah. So V. Kestrel said, for those of us who are unskilled, we should be grateful to have the opportunity to access artist work. And we should be happy to pay according if we can afford, of course. Yeah, I get it.
I love that. Thank you.
A lot of people are saying, yes, I need to. Silky said, no, I don't need a second one. And it's like, yeah, Jezebel, do I need to? Well, no, but you are going to get a number 2. Yes. And somebody said something that was really that was insightful, that I appreciate. And Jezebel never barter for magical price. So like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and because when you're buying something like this, you're not just buying the materials, you're buying the magic that was infused in it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes, I give it the moon bath, the sun bath, and the earth bath, but at the same time, it's like, look at me. I'm like literally putting myself into it. So
right. Now I have made some of my own necklaces, which I might show on my channel later, but it is interesting, because when you're creating something, what you're thinking about and how you're feeling just oozes into the work. I mean, that's why I try to be in the right space when I'm creating something, because it's so
well. And that's one of the reasons I was already working before we even got on, because when I work, I ground myself first, and then I ask the person's guardians to help me. So sometimes I'm just like leaving and not even know what I'm doing. And then I look down, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's
and with yours, I asked my ancestors and your ancestors to step in when needed. And there was a few times where I was like, I don't know what to do. And then suddenly I found myself doing something. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that's the next step.
Wow. Yeah, that's interesting. And I am a firm believer who I do a lot of stuff with the phases of the moon, because I think, the moon phases are really important magically for me.
Right.
And I think the full moon and the new moon are equally powerful, but they're equally powerful for different reasons.
Different reasons, exactly.
So, the full moon is, in the fullness of time, and the new moon is in the quickest way possible. But, I can see myself working with this necklace over at
Which
least one moon cycle, because I want to remove the barriers that might help me from connecting appropriately, and I want to develop a
right.
relationship with. And so the removing the barriers would be the new moon, and the developing the relationship would be the full moon.
And that
So
one, its moon bath was this last full moon. Full
I
moon in
know.
Virgo, so it is charged. And sitting in the Maui sun, there ain't nothing better.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you can feel that zing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And I think I think yeah, I'm just actually putting my hands on it right now, so I'm sort of like, huh, okay. And
Mhm.
so and
It's a potent little tool that you got there.
yeah. So
That's the thing I love about this work is that you take things that are just, yeah, I mean, yeah, crystals are great, but then you take them to the next level by charging them and really making them something more by putting them into these wearable grids.
yes. So I just simply put Jezebel, yes. Jezebel. Keep thinking I should make videos of making tools. No words, just making the
Just
tools,
making
maybe as
tools.
lives, and let people follow along on projects to see how long it really takes. Yeah,
Oh, I love that. It's a great idea.
that is. That's wonderful. That's
I need to
wonderful.
get a better camera and then I could probably do the same thing where it's like you can actually be seeing what I'm doing here. I mean, I can
Yeah,
kind of tilt it down a little bit so you can kind of see, but
yeah,
then, yeah.
yeah. Full moon is birth, new moon is conceiving. Both are hugely important in making a baby, but different things. Yes,
Right.
yes. And Suki, my father always said pearls for tears. That is why you never see pearls in engagement rings. In mourning rings, you get pearls.
Oh,
Well, and
that's
I
interesting.
think it depends upon what your heritage is, and or your process around it. I like pearls. I have I wear a white pearl in my left ear and a black pearl in my right ear.
I love that.
So and my left ear, it's up higher,
Hmm.
so it has a specific purpose. So and then but I always think there's balance. So and balance is
Well,
important.
balance is important. Well, talking to acupuncture, of course, I'm going to say balance is important. It's very much like the medicine I work is balance. So,
Yeah. And what medicine do you work? Because you do quite a few.
well, I am officially trained in traditional Chinese medicine, but I also have training in 5 element acupuncture, a little bit of Japanese acupuncture, and this year during COVID, I got my certificate as a health coach as well. So I study nutrition,
Wow.
um, and then just naturally, I have a lot of shamanistic tendencies. So
Uh-huh. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And I think I agree, Silky. It's beautiful. And I think the one thing that is important to me is what are the stories that we tell about the tools and the stones and the rituals we have, because that for
Mhm.
me specifically is very much an ancestral thing. It goes
Right.
back to that idea of we want I want a great way to remember my ancestors is to do something they always did, thinking of them. So
I love that.
thank you.
Sorry, I'm trying to match up quartz crystals here for the next step.
Mm. In the crystal tarot deck, Philip Permuth, I have Pearl is associated with the Queen of Wands, promoting wisdom, among other things. Ah,
I think I actually have that deck. or is it the AGM one?
It's by
think it was-
Philip Permut.
I can't remember the name on it. I just remember the AGM deck.
So Kristen Louise said she's going to do what my ancestors did, raid England. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but okay. So, and yeah, Jezebel Von Tex, I look forward to seeing some of those videos. And so, if you only speak Danish, I think your English in writing is very good. So, thank you.
So here we go so far.
Well, let me get rid of that. Okay. Look at that, people. Wow.
It's, I can, oh, yeah, it's beyond words, but I can feel the energy in it. And it's definitely like, phew.
Yeah.
And I haven't even charged it yet. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, even before I charge it, I'm charging it as I create it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think that's, I think with tarot and magic and healing, I would imagine what you're doing with your hands really impacts that and influences it. So, or at least it does for me, I should say. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, and that's the thing is my magic has always flowed through my hands, being an acupuncturist and an artist. And, I always say my needles are my wands.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Huh.
And 10 of Swords is always like, oh, you need some acupuncture ASAP.
Yeah. Yeah, 10 of Swords. I had that in one of my gratitude challenge videos. And when it was in that, it was like, it's finally the relief that's needed. So
that release, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So you got a lot of compliments on the necklace.
Oh, thank you.
So
yeah, I'm only kind of half paying attention.
That's
loving the purple and gray. Yep.
So,
and I know that my friend who ordered this is he's over on Kauai. He's gonna go gaga for this.
That's great. Excellent.
And I love that you guys have been here with me the whole time.
Yeah, and everybody is enjoying it, so you can, if he cares about it. Yeah. See, because
he can watch the video and see it being made.
That's awesome. Because one of the things that I do is I take a lot of notes. So if I'm making a tool, there's an entry in my book of shadows about when I created that tool, and what I was focused on, the phase of the moon, the dates, and even the time in some of them are important. So
right. Well, even in traditional Chinese medicine, it's like you think about how everyone's like, oh, I am born year of the rabbit, right? I'm year of the rabbit. But in reality, that's broken down into years, months, weeks, days, and hours. So the animals are here in our daily lives. They have every 2 hours, it's a new animal, right?
Wow. Okay.
So,
wow. And I think, yeah. So it's just important. I mean, everything, for things that are important, a lot of planning, a lot of timing are extremely valuable, except when they're not, because sometimes you just don't have time to do everything.
right.
So yeah.
Well, and this I like because it's like I can be doing this while doing other things, like watching a video or being in a video.
Right. Yeah.
Or like watching a movie with my son while I'm busy weaving spells.
There you go. Yeah.
That's why it's like, I don't know, for me, magic is not otherworldly thing. It's an everyday thing.
Yeah.
So, and not everyone sees that.
Well, who
We
said
just
magic?
lose.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say I lost you. Where are you?
I moved you, so keep talking.
Okay. So people think that like magic is like only certain times a year or only like during certain rituals. It's like every day can be a ritual. Every day can be magical. It doesn't have to be only on the side. It can be part of your everyday mundane life, so to speak.
Well, it should be, shouldn't it?
Right. And that's
I
what
mean,
I try and make it as a daily thing instead of it being like only during the high holidays do we cast magic. It's like, well, no. We can cast it anytime if we really just let it flow. And that's the thing, is letting it flow.
yeah, I agree, and I think that flow is extremely important because it's the natural rhythm. Whether or not you believe in magic, but we do pay attention to lots of things. I mean,
Right.
all of the different religions do that, and I think like Kristen Louise is starting a series about deity. And
Yeah, I saw that video popped up. I haven't gotten to watch it yet,
yeah,
Kristen Luis, but I want to, because it's something that I work with. It's something that I've always worked with, is the fact that, there's not just one deity, there's a plethora, and every culture has their own. And
right.
some of them are still like, their religion is still going strong today as it has for thousands of years. So,
Yeah, and I'm a firm believer is everything should be interwoven. That's just sort of how I experience life. So, and that's fun. So, in the case of emergency, you pull all the energy out of your roots. But if you have the time, plan, and pull energy from the moon, thunderstorm, and so on. But if you have to pull it from, yeah, that's well said. Well said. Wow.
well, and that's one of the reasons I got into the acupuncture side of things, to cultivate my own personal chi and learn how to cultivate it and really just like have it flowing constantly. So I'm never pulling from myself. I'm just pulling from the universe because I am connected.
True. True. Wow. Well,
And that's why I love qigong, because there's all these like exercises to help strengthen your core, the core of your energy.
hmm you do qigong every day.
I used to. I haven't in a long time, partially because of becoming a parent.
Yeah.
That first year of no sleep, I'm like, I don't think I ever really fully recovered from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. 1 year no sleep. Oof. God, that was horrible.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't have any gray until I became a parent.
I studied Tai Chi for a year, and I found it. I enjoyed it, but we were being taught as the teacher said, "I'm teaching you the Western way." He taught us the
Right.
motions and the movements, and then taught us to pay attention to the energy. And
Right.
I think I would have benefited from paying attention to the energy and then worry about the movements. Because there was a certain point about maybe 8 months in, he was watching my form and he made a slight adjustment. And
Yeah.
I felt the energy shift. And it's
Hmm.
like, oh, that's what it is that I need to work on. So,
Right. That having that form just right is so important for qigong,
yeah.
tai chi. Qigong, tai chi. So the difference between qigong and tai chi is like a martial art where you're doing the movement. You're
hmm
flowing basically from posture to posture. That's a good way of putting it. When you're doing the qigong, you're doing that movement that usually flows, but you're going back and forth. You're just doing the same thing repetitively, whereas the Tai Chi is like you're moving through a form, full form. And I not only took Tai Chi, but I also took Qigong. I was taught primordial Qigong, and then I took medical Qigong, which is an energy work, right? It's energy medicine. And that was intense because there was the Qigong and it was like, oh, this is nice and pleasant. And then there was the medical Qigong, which was just like, oh my God, let's scrape all the crap out because you need to be a clean channel when you're doing this stuff. And
yeah.
Hi, Han.
Oh, she needs to see the necklace, Jonathan.
Oh, okay. And
need to see both necklaces.
I'm making this one as we speak.
Yeah. But a good friend of mine, we were doing Tai Chi in Lake Tahoe, South Lake Tahoe. So we were surrounded by mountains with our feet
totally different feel.
On the beach with water from the mountains. It was like, wow, it was really, really incredible. So
I've where I went to acupuncture schools, Santa Cruz, California, and there was this one teacher that every time it was time for Qigong, we always the school was a block away from the beach, so we always did it on the beach. That was nice. Amazing energy for sure.
Yeah.
Of course, we had the random dudes riding by on the bikes. It's like, go home, hippies. And I'm like, well, no, we're Chinese medicine students. There's a difference.
I mean, you could be hippies studying.
Yeah, I know. There was definitely a few hippies in there, but but it was not everyone was a hippie. I mean, the teacher was this nice woman from New York, cute little blonde bob, and yeah.
All right. Wow. So, does anybody in chat have questions for me or Jonathan before we end this? I thought it was going to be a quick live, Jonathan, but
oh my God, it's almost an hour.
It's been almost an hour. I'm just going, oh my gosh. So,
how's that possible? I always think that though. Every time I'm on a live, it's like, wait, how did that hour go by so fast? It's mind-boggling.
Yeah. So, Deanne's leaving. She has to run. Her neck is about to give out.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Hope you feel better.
Yeah.
Do some neck stretches.
So, all right.
Oh, Han only just got out of bed. Are you still having issues, Han? Oh, right. Iron. That's right.
Yeah. But rest is an important thing. Your body heals when you're sleeping.
Well, and that was one thing that was really driven home to me in my acupuncture school is that you have to balance the yin and the yang. So if you are yang all the time, like a businessman going, working 14-hour days, 7 days a week, whatever, your body is going to rebel and something's going to happen to send you into a yin state. So that's why a lot of these businessmen who just go without stopping end up having heart attacks and strokes because their body is trying to send them into a yin state where they'll finally stop and rest for a minute instead of just constantly going.
Yeah. And Jezebel said it's almost midnight there, so.
Oh wow!
Thanks for joining. Go to bed. Get some good rest.
I'm almost at a point where I can show off. I don't think I'm going to get to finish during the live, but yeah. So people who have been watching can see it takes a while to make one of these. That's before I even charge anything up or anything. So, but I mean, it's coming together.
I'm putting you on solo. There you go.
There you go. So you can see how it's coming together, right? And it's definitely, I'm going to go through and tighten down everything before I lock everything into place. And obviously I still have long strands here. So probably do one more section of the 3-strand mix here. So, oh, enjoy, Neem. I can't wait to get my copy.
Yeah, my copy has a shipping label, but it hasn't moved yet.
So I haven't gotten anything, but Backer Kit says it's shipped, but I never got an email saying like, here's your code. So I have a feeling that, like you, the tag has been made, but the box has not been shipped.
Yeah. But we'll see. I've waited this long. I have one other Kickstarter from last year that I'm waiting for. So, and I haven't gotten an update on that one for a while, but everything is just weird because of the COVID. So,
Definitely. Everything is.
Yeah. So, well, thank you everybody for joining me for this live unboxing. I appreciate it. And next time I do it, I will have actually everything opened because you're right. People already know how to use scissors. So,
right.
But,
well, enjoy. I know you will. And after this, I'm going to send you the link to the video.
Yeah, so, cool. All right, stay on for just a second. And
okay.
Everybody have a good night. Thank you or a good rest of your day, wherever it is. So
thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Aloha.
Bye.
Bye.